Hey Red Raiders, it's Peyton, and today I'm going to be going over a common question that I had when I was about to be a freshman, and it was which dorm is right for me. And it can be a little overwhelming because a bunch of the dorms are really similar, and you don't really know much about them, and you want to figure out which one will be better for your classes or which one will be better for finding friends. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing a little rundown basically of a bunch of the dorms. This is gonna be like a 2 or 3 parter. So today I'm planning on hitting the main dorms, the immovable furniture ones. And then maybe in a few weeks I'll hit the all girls, all guys, the honors dorms, the movable furniture dorms and things like that. But today I'm gonna be hitting the main ones and kind of filling y'all in on what each dorm has to offer. So yeah, if you're interested in hearing about all the dorms that Texas Tech has, then stay tuned. Okay, so the first dorm that I am going to go over is Chitwood, Weymouth, and Coleman. It's not one dorm, it's 3, but they're all identical basically, and they're all right by each other. And so the first topic I want to talk about for the dorms is the activity level. I would say these are very active dorms. They have a lot going on. There is a lot of Greek life in these dorms. I would say the majority of the students living there are in Greek life. They're really involved with that and like rush and everything. So if you're rushing, I highly recommend Chitwood, Weymouth, and Coleman, because you are bound to meet a lot of people that you're going to be spending a lot of time with already in Greek life. They also are in their own little corner kind of campus. I'll put a map in right here, but the walking distance from these dorms is, I would say on average, it's going to be a 10 to 15 minute walk anywhere other than the rec and the basketball gym. I don't know. I say that they're really close to MCOM and architecture. I would say maybe on average 10-minute walk if you're a STEM major mainly, maybe to 15 minutes if you're a STEM major. But these dorms are kind of, as you can see, on their own little side of campus. So it is a little bit farther of a walk if you're having to walk all the way across campus. But overall, I think it's a really good dorm. They do have their own little food court too, which is a plus. It's called Sam's Place, and it's I think it's connected to one of the dorms. And these are like right across the street from the basketball stadium. So, yeah, it's all right there. You have your own little section. I will say though, it's not the parking is very spread out. So there's a good chance you'll be having to walk pretty far to your car when you do park, because the parking lot is huge for these dorms because there are a lot of people living there. But none of these are really big things. They do have immovable furniture. These have the same layout as all the dorms that I'm going over today, other than Talkington and Murray. But the immovable dorms are all very similar. These do have corner rooms that I think are laid out a little bit differently. I think the beds are maybe, instead of across from each other, they're like this. But I think that's the only difference. They have communal bathrooms on every floor, and they have laundry rooms, I believe, on every floor. Maybe not every floor, but they do have laundry on multiple of the floors. And yeah, Chitwood, Weymouth, and Coleman are really tall. I think they are the tallest dorm. I think they have 12 floors or something like that. So you can get a really good view of campus if you get the top floors, if you get on like 12th or 11th. It would be a really cute view of they either face 19th Street and houses and a bunch of trees, or they face Urbanovsky Park, which is where a lot of people like to run or walk, or the rec is in there. So either way, I think you'll have a pretty good view from your room if you're on the upper levels of these dorms. But yeah, they are pretty good. Like I said, the activity level is pretty high, if you're looking for a really quiet dorm, I would not suggest these dorms because they do always have a lot going on. It's a really popular hangout spot for a lot of people. It has always been that way. Chitwood is known to be like where everyone gets together at night, you know, and hangs out. So if you're looking for a really quiet dorm, I would not suggest this dorm. But if you're looking for a really active dorm with a lot of new people that you can meet, I would highly suggest this dorm. I think that it would be a really good choice. If you're, especially in Greek life, and wanting to make a lot of new friends really quickly, then this is a great dorm for you. Now, if you are wanting a little bit less of a walk and you still want to be in a pretty active dorm, I would say Stangle and Murdough is a really good active dorm. My cat is about to jump on the table that I have this on. Bosco, do not. I told y'all. You can't get up here, sorry. Anyways, like I was saying, until I was interrupted, he's literally about to try it again. I have to move this. Look at this dude. He wants up here so bad. Look at him. Anyways, like I was saying, Stangle and Murdough is a really good choice. Oh my gosh, like I was saying, Stangle and Murdough is a really good dorm if you're looking for a lively and active dorm to be in, but you don't want to be so far in the corner. Stangle and Murdough is probably as close to the middle of campus as you're gonna get. I would say on average 5-10 minute walk anywhere you're gonna go. Yeah, the walking distance to class from Stangle and Murdough is not bad at all. They're pretty much in the middle of everything. One drawback to that though is having to drive on Flint Avenue to get there. Flint Avenue is kind of busy sometimes, and there's a lot of pedestrians on campus, and so it can make the drive there being annoying. No, Bosco. He's trying to jump on the chair again. You can sit in my lap. Oh! He's so grumpy. Anyways, so what I was saying is the drive on Flint Avenue can kind of be annoying if there's a lot of cars or people, but I think it's worth it for the location and not having to walk too far to your classes and everything. So yeah, I think that's really, I'm gonna go get Bosco his own chair because he keeps wanting to get on the chair that I have a camera on. Okay, I got him his own chair right here. So yeah, like I was saying, Stangle and Murdough is really active. If you're wanting the active nightlife and getting the chance to meet a lot of people, I would say this is a good dorm. They're really good walking distance. Stangle and Murdough probably has the most popular food court on campus. It's called The Market, and a lot of people really like to eat there. It's really good. They have so many food options, and it's right in between Stangle and Murdough. So if you're wanting a food court in your dorm and you like the location, then I think this is a great dorm for you. I will say a lot of the people who live in these dorms are ag people. So if you're an ag major and this dorm sounds like something you'd like, I think you should definitely sign up for this dorm because, like I said, it's a very ag-based dorm. It's right by the ag building. But yeah, Stangle and Murdough is kind of known to be the ag dorm or communications. There's also a lot of communications majors there. But yeah, if you're an ag major, I highly recommend this dorm to you. And if you're wanting a really good food court, I also recommend this dorm to you. Okay, and now if you're wanting something that's a lot like Stangle and Murdough, but you're not wanting it to be as active and you kind of want a quieter dorm, I would say Hulen, Clement, or Walgates. I actually stayed in Hulen. I loved it so much. Hulen, Clement, and Walgates are right by each other, and they're both connected to 19th Street. So you have easy access to your dorm from 19th Street, and you have easy access to your dorm from 19th Street, so you get to avoid the Flint Avenue most of the time. And yeah, they're right by each other. They're right by the sub. They're right by MCOM. The location of them is great. I would say about, again, maybe a 10 to 15 minute walk. I'll put them on the map right here to see where they are. Maybe a 10-15 minute walk across campus if you're wanting to go somewhere across campus. I will say Hulen Clement does not have a food court, and Walgates does. But again, they're right by each other. So if you really are just wanting, if you are in Hulen Clement, it's not a far walk to go get food. I personally liked not having a food court in my dorm because it prevented from bored eating when I was just hanging out in the dorm in the middle of the night. So yeah, I loved Hulen Clement. They have laundry in the basement. And yeah, it's boy girl too, communal bathrooms, but I never had a problem with bathroom cleanliness. It was always so clean. And yep, the like I said, the activity level there is pretty low. I mean, every dorm is gonna have like a few people that are loud or partying or something, but I would say the overall, this dorm is a really quiet dorm. And yeah, same for Walgates. They're both very, not low activity level, but just not as active at night, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you're wanting a quiet dorm to live in, then I think the one of these would be the best for you. I think the main choice between these two is if you want a food court or not. That's the only drawback. So okay, and now I'm going to be going over Talkington and Murray. These are not connected, actually. They're kind of pretty far from each other, but they're the same kind of vibe. They're both suite style, kind of like apartment style dorms where you have multiple roommates, probably I think it's like 4. And there's 2 bathrooms in y'all's room. So you have like a living room and then your own rooms. That's the main draw, I think, to Talkington and Murray. You have your own rooms and a living room area, and you only share a bathroom with one person. And so I think that's like the main draw to these dorms. Talkington and Murray, I believe, both have their own food courts. And Talkington is really close to the sub. They're actually right across the street. So it's a really good location for that. And Talkington also has super easy access from 19th Street, so you don't have to deal with Flint Avenue very much. And they have laundry rooms in them. I think the laundry rooms are communal for Talkington and Murray. And yeah, that's pretty much all about those. Those have a lot of pros to them. The only con I have noticed with Talkington and Murray is the price point. They do tend to be a little bit more expensive than your regular dorms like Hulen Clement, Walgates, Chitwood, Weymouth, Stangle and Murdough. All of those dorms are going to be on average kind of the same price, but Talkington and Murray will be a little bit more expensive. The walking distance from these dorms, I think if you're choosing between Talkington and Murray, look at where they're located on the map. I'll put it right here. And just kind of look at the buildings around them because they're both surrounded by different buildings. So say you want to be in Talkington and you're a comm student or like an ag student, you won't have to walk very far from there. But if you're a STEM major and you're wanting to stay in Talkington, you might have to walk a little bit further. It's not too much further. Our campus isn't too bad to walk on, but I would just say look at the location if you're trying to decide between the two because they're both super similar, just location is different. So yeah. Okay guys, I think that's pretty much it for the dorm pros and cons for this video. I will be making another video soon with some of the other dorms that I didn't include in this video. These include like Sneed, Nap, Honors, all of the either all girl, all boy, or honors dorms or things like that. I'll include some of those in the next video. Overall, I love all the dorms on campus. I think campus life is a lot of fun, and if you're a freshman and you aren't sure if you want to be in a dorm and you're thinking of commuting from home, Bosco makes such weird noises. If you're thinking about commuting from home, and it's like say you live in Lubbock and you don't know if you want to live on a dorm, I highly suggest living in a dorm, even though dorms can be kind of crazy and just annoying because you have to share a room with someone and everything. I think dorms are kind of just like a way of being accepted into college, and I highly recommend them to everyone. But yeah, if y'all have any more questions, feel free to comment down below, or you can ask me on my own Instagram channel. I'm pretty good at answering DMs about that. And if y'all want a dorm tour for the immovable furniture dorms, I actually have a dorm tour for mine that I did. Obviously, it's going to be a very girly dorm, so if you're a guy looking for decoration advice, maybe don't click on my video. But if you're wanting to see what the dorms are like, or if you're wanting to see how to decorate it, then go ahead and click on that video. But other than that, I guess we'll see y'all Thursday. We have another video coming out Thursday. We post every Tuesday and Thursday. So yeah, my ice machine is making a bunch of noise. Also, sorry about my cat for interrupting half the video. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, if you have any questions, comment down below or DM me. Bye, guys.